and we're very tickled to be back in tonight.
Straight ahead here on News 4, residents in Greenville County are back home tonight after a dangerous chemical fire. A complete report up next here on Carolina's News Channel.
Are we falling behind, he asks me. He plays golf with his buddies and all they talk about is the internet, the intranet, electronic commerce. He says we need this stuff. Are we falling behind, he asks. No, we are ahead. We are way ahead.
Where is enterprise computing headed? Look to where the leaders of the PC revolution are taking it.
Now it's time for another NBC Unsolved Mysteries. It's perhaps the greatest unsolved mystery of all time. 65 million years ago, dinosaurs ruled the earth. Then suddenly, without explanation, these mighty creatures vanished from the face of the planet, leaving behind only faint traces of their existence. What could have caused such a mass extinction? Was it a sudden change in the Earth's climate, as some claim, or perhaps a deadly virus? Or could the end of the dinosaur have been caused by another even more catastrophic event? The impact of a gigantic asteroid. Scientists believe the answer lies buried deep beneath the Earth's surface near Central America. Here, a gigantic asteroid, some 10 miles in diameter, collided with our planet, leaving a crater over 100 miles wide. The force of such an impact released a fireball 10,000 times greater than all the world's nuclear weapons combined. Within minutes of the impact, much of the Earth's surface was shrouded from the sun by a thick blanket of molten rock, dust, and asteroid debris. As larger debris fell back to Earth, it is believed to have burned with such intensity that nearly 90% of the Earth's surface was consumed in white-hot flame. But this was only the beginning. For 6 long months, our planet was shrouded in total darkness. And for over a decade, the Earth was engulfed in a global ice age. When it was all over, scientists estimate that nearly 75% of the plant and animal life on Earth had perished as a result of this collision. Could such a cataclysmic event happen again? Scientists agree that it is not a question of if, but when. Coming in February from NBC, the network brought you Gulliver's Travels and The Beast, the biggest mini-series event of the new year. Asteroid. It will open your eyes.
This week on NBC's Tonight Show, Jay welcomes scheduled guests Chris Rock, James Woods, and Sylvester Stallone with musical guests Johnny Cash and Sheryl Crow. Your local news is next.
A chemical fire at a Greenville plant forces about 100 people to evacuate. The latest on that situation up next. And a Campobello family loses their life's possessions after their home catches fire. Good Sunday evening, everyone. I'm Larry Blunt. Thank you so much for being with us. About 100 people in Greenville are back in their homes tonight after being forced to leave their homes about 8:30 this morning. A chemical fire at the U.S. finishing plant on Old Buncombe Road caused the evacuations. News 4's Susanna Packing has the story.
Do we still need to get some other backup crews available?
This is the reason more than 100 people had to leave their homes. Thick, white, billowing smoke carrying very toxic fumes.
Oh yeah, you can smell it. It'll hit you pretty.
We smelled some awful smell, and then next thing we know, they come and evacuate the whole area.
About 30 folks, like Bob Hagedorn and his family, came to the shelter at Cone Elementary. Some even brought their pets. That's a good one. Countless others stayed with family and friends, while authorities said it was just too dangerous to go home.
With chemicals, there's just no way to know exactly what's going to happen and what the outcome's going to be.
Firefighters and hazmat officials were battling sodium hydrosulfite, a crystalline powder highly reactive with water. Somehow the two mixed. Fire and this toxic smoke was a result. Over the course of the day, fumes overcame 11 firefighters. Several men were rushed to Greenville Memorial Hospital.
We've got one load from Parker.
County workers dumped sand near the chemical building as a barrier between it and a creek below. Now this is the Reedy River. The creek that runs by the plant dumps in here just a short distance away. Officials are trying to stop the runoff at that point so it doesn't create an even bigger environmental hazard.
Turn left there.
Officials say all their precautions limited the hazards, though they realize the inconvenience.
but we've already taken you out of your home. That's about the most harsh thing that you can do as a government official, is tell someone to leave their property.
Authorities say it's a trade-off they'll take to keep people safe. Susanna Packing, News 4, Greenville.
By the way, those 11 firefighters were all treated and released from the hospital. Sodium hydrosulfide, by the way, the chemical used at the plant for fiber processing. Operations at the plant are expected to run as usual tomorrow. Investigators are still trying to determine what caused a fire at another Greenville plant this weekend. Soltex International off Pelham Road caught fire around 8 o'clock last night. It took firefighters several hours to contain the blaze. Much of the business's interior was damaged. No one was injured in that fire. A house fire in Campobello leaves a family homeless tonight. The fire started around 6 o'clock on Caldwell Road. A family of 6 people was home at the time. Now, the son says he smelled smoke. When he opened the door, he saw flames. He managed to get the rest of the family out safely before the house was completely destroyed. Investigators are trying to figure out just how that fire started. And firefighters want to know what sparked this early morning fire in Greenville. It happened just after 3 o'clock at a home on Conyers Street. Investigators say the blaze started on the front porch and it spread quickly through the attic. The family was home when the fire broke out, but no one was hurt. A trailer fire in Vance County, North Carolina has killed 2 people and injured another person. Investigators say an electric furnace is to blame. Harold and Gloria Malone were killed. A house guest managed to escape, but was severely burned when he tried to go back inside and save the Malones. The couple's 2 children were not home at the time of that fire. In other news, a single car accident in Spartanburg County has killed a man and sent another to the hospital. 28-year-old Joseph Lee Foster died after he lost control of his car on Highway 150 last night. The car flipped several times, throwing out Foster and a passenger. The Highway Patrol says alcohol does appear to be a factor in that accident. A Greer man is behind bars tonight after he fired at officers, then shot himself. Spartanburg police responded to a call on Hampton Road last night. Now, when they got there, a man fired at the officers, hitting their cars. He then turned the gun on himself. 24-year-old Kenneth Trotter was treated and released from the hospital. He now faces a string of charges, including assault with intent to kill and resisting arrest. Well, the weather has caused some problems for motorists in Spartanburg County all day. Rising waters caught the drivers of these 2 cars off guard, and they got stuck. The drivers had to be rescued from the cars. They're doing okay tonight. The Pacolet River also overflowed today. Continuous rain throughout the upstate put a damper on many outdoor activities today. And Greenville County got its share of rain, too. Take a look at Cleveland Park. Most of the park was barricaded off the vehicles this afternoon because of high waters. Eastern Tennessee is a soggy mess after days of rain. Some families have been forced to leave home because of flooding. Cars ended up in water up to their roofs as roads turned into rivers. Now, the good news is that there are no reports of death or injuries from the flooding in eastern Tennessee. And those folks in Tennessee could really use some dry weather, and so could we for that matter. Judy Booker has our first forecast for this first week of June. Judy, how's it, or of December, how's it looking out there?
December, that's right. It looks like it's starting to dry out quite nicely out there. We do have a river flood warning, though, for Cherokee County in South Carolina. The Broad River at Gaffney is at 9.5 feet, and it'll crest possibly at 10 and 11 feet later on tonight. So be aware of that if you're in the Cherokee County area near that river. Take a look outside, though. You can see clouds earlier, but they've passed through quite rapidly, and it's beginning to clear out behind the clouds, and that is good news. But with the clear skies, you can probably feel a little chill in the air. Temperatures are dropping somewhat. There you see the radar picture. It's nice and clear except for just some patchy rain showers in northern North Carolina. Current temperature in Asheville, 46, in Greenville, Spartanburg, 50, Anderson, 52, and Columbia at 57 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies. I like that word sunny, Larry. It will be breezy tomorrow, though. Winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15. Not bad temperature-wise. 56 here in the upstate, around 48 in the mountains. I'll be back to talk about a great work week a little bit later.
I like that sunny word, too. I'd like to hear more often. Thanks,
Me
Judy.
too.
Well, still to come here on News 4.
I deserve to die. I'm going to die.
A bizarre murder case in Texas. A little boy found dead. His mother's boyfriend is being blamed. And Tiny Tim's wife talks about her years with the famous entertainer. Up next.
You're watching Carolina's News Channel with Larry Blunt, Judy Booker with weather, and sports with Tyler Suiters. From the heart of the upstate, this is News 4 Tonight.
During your Carolina Ford dealer's annual year-end clearance, saving money is easy. Piece of cake, no problem. That's because they're offering great deals, huge bargains, mammoth savings on every Ford car and truck in stock. Now get $1,000 cash back on Ford Ranger or lease it for only $149 a month. Or lease the #1 Sling 97 Ford F-150 for only $199 a month. But after January 3rd, these deals are history. Gone, over, finished. So hurry into your Carolina Ford dealer during their year-end clearance. Now, chop chop, ASAP, pronto.
Beautiful.
What a value.
If you don't do Christmas at Ray's Jewelers, you're not doing Christmas right.
Trucks rolling in, warehouse jammed, stores overstocked. New York Carpet World solution? A sensational carpet padding and labor giveaway. With 50% off, it's like getting every second yard free. Think of it, every second yard of carpet free, padding free, labor free. Tremendous selection, astonishing savings, giveaway prices with every second yard of carpet free, padding free, labor free. This amazing offer can't be extended, so shop early. Get to New York Carpet World by Wednesday night.
Wouldn't you like to go someplace where you can recharge your batteries? Stretch out. Someplace quiet, where even the seat knows how you like things. Somewhere close by, so you can go every day. Really enjoy yourself. Well, now you can. The brand new 97 DeVille, the Cadillac. It's here now, for the time of your life. See the Cadillac dealers of the South.
Gotta see Heartstoppers, Tuesday at 6 on News 4, Carolina's news channel. You're watching News 4, the upstate most watched news channel.
Welcome back. A bizarre murder, kidnapping, and Texas ends in the death of a 12-year-old boy. Responding to an emergency call, police in Houston found an 8-year-old boy climbing out of a window. Now, he told police his brother was hurt. The 12-year-old brother was found with his hands and legs bound, his throat slashed. The 8-year-old then led police to the home of his mother's boyfriend. The mother was found with her arms and legs bound. Police arrested the boyfriend.
You feel pretty bad about it? I didn't want him to die. I deserve to die. I'm going to die.
The mother was freed unharmed. In Oregon, a mother and her 2 children have been found dead in a river. The mother had stopped their car because of a mudslide. A truck coming from the opposite direction hit their car and pushed it into the river. The woman's husband somehow escaped. Well, a small jet crashed into a warehouse in Irvine, California this weekend. All 3 passengers on board died. They had just taken off. The pilot radioed that there was a problem. They were trying to make an emergency landing when the jet crashed into a warehouse. No one on the ground was hurt. The crew on the Space Shuttle Columbia awakened to the song "Break On Through to the Other Side" by the Doors this afternoon, but they won't be going to the other side on this mission. They were hoping to do some spacewalking today, but an uncooperative door handle prevented that from happening. Columbia is scheduled to come home on Thursday. Well, millions of people around the world commemorated the 9th annual World AIDS Day today. The latest statistics show that more than 22 million are infected with the virus and 6.5 million have died. People across the U.S. were out to observe the day, including gatherings in Atlanta, New York, and San Francisco. The day was filled with memorials, speeches, vigils, and marches. It's a sad day in the world of entertainment. 1960s pop icon Tiny Tim has died. Tiny Tim is probably best remembered for his hit single, "Tiptoe Through the Tulips." Today, Tim's wife talked about her final hours with her eccentric husband.
The last song he sang was "Tiptoe," and he cut it kind of short, and I thought I was feeling a little tired, and when I walked up to him, the people were applauding, which I think is probably the last thing I heard.
The singer apparently died last night of cardiac arrest. Tiny Tim was 66 years old. Well, is there more rain for the work week ahead? Judy Booker's up next with your complete forecast.
One of the most significant innovations in recent automotive engineering wasn't made by an engineer. Right now, you can lease a Honda Accord LX for $239 a month for 24 months and a $500 down payment. The 97 Accord.
No matter when you want to watch, have we got news for you? News 4 live at 5. News 4 at 5:30. News 4 at 6. Breaking news from where you live. Your most accurate weather forecast. All at a time that suits you best. News 4 live at 5. News 4 at 5:30. News 4 at 6. When you're ready for it, have we got news for you? Only on News 4, Carolina's news channel.
Wow, there's a lot going on in November. Some occasions a little more important than others, like Nissan Special Days of November. Celebrate affordable luxury in a well-equipped 97.5 Nissan Altima LE. During the special days of November, you can lease the Altima for only $199 a month and an initial payment of just $898. You'll probably want to make time for Nissan Special Days of November going on now at your local Nissan dealer, but don't drag your feet because Nissan Special Days of November end soon.
Usher in the holiday season with us. The Greenville Rotary Club and the School District of Greenville County present the 31st Annual Singing Christmas Tree at the Peace Center for the Performing Arts. Come see and hear all your favorite holiday music and dancing during the special time of the year. The Christmas tree is on parade December 6th through the 8th for 4 magical performances. Tickets are only $10 for adults and $7 for students. Call the Peace Center box office today.
Weather is sponsored in part by Healthy Way.
We're so tired.
We are.
That's what we're saying all day long. It's the weather.
It is the weather. It's that kind of a day.
It makes you just kind of drag around, doesn't it?
But later on it's going to be crispy out there, so we'll probably perk up when we go outside.
Need some perking.
So we certainly do. We have clear skies out there right now in Greenville, and the current temperature is dropping. Look there, 50 degrees actually from the Greenville-Spartanburg Airport. Winds from the west at 3 miles per hour. 69% relative humidity, and a rising barometer from Anderson tonight. Current temperature 52 degrees, winds from the west at 12. A little breezy out there. Relative humidity at 71%. It's getting better, and the barometer is rising. From Asheville tonight, a little bit cooler up there in the mountains, 46. But look at those winds out of the northwest at 16, gusting to 28 miles per hour. Relative humidity at 74%. And a rising barometer tonight. Lots of clear skies out there tonight, thank goodness. But look at the radar picture. Earlier we had lots of showers come through. Luckily they're along the eastern seaboard. Now most of the bad weather is well off to the north, and hopefully it's going to stay there and not interfere with our work week at all. But it is clearing off quite nicely throughout the western sections of the Carolinas tonight. There you see all of the thunderstorm activity, basically too for Pennsylvania and New York. And some of the winds here have gusted to over 60 miles per hour as that low pressure makes its way to the northeast. Farther west, we do have some snow. Very light snow falling, though, for portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, on into Michigan. And then farther west, more snowfall for the mountain regions. But look at the south. Clearing off, high pressure is going to build, and it's going to be very nice for the southeastern states. Temperature-wise, very cold in the north. Some of the wind chills are actually in the single digits throughout the northern tier of the U.S., and it's cooling down along the Gulf Coast. And once this front passes along the eastern seaboard, you're going to see these temperatures drop a little bit, too. Tomorrow's temperatures, our highs will be in the 50s, not quite as warm as it was today. We'll have pretty good temperatures, though. Actually, these will be more normal than we've seen. And if you want warm weather, go to the south, Texas and Florida. Cold weather, of course, to the north. Highs only in the 20s for the Dakotas and Minnesota tomorrow. Our forecast for tonight, it will be clearing as it is out there now, but breezy, so remember that. In the upstate, you should see temperatures around 39 degrees by morning. In the mountains, just 34 degrees. And then for tomorrow, we are going to see sunshine. I like that word. Mostly sunny skies, but it will be breezy with winds out of the northwest, averaging anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. In the upstate, the high should be 56 degrees, and the mountains around 48 degrees. And then for tomorrow night, we're calling for mostly clear skies, and it will be colder, dropping down in the 20s again for the mountain areas. You can see 28 for a low temperature in the upstate, around 30 degrees. For your work week, it doesn't look too bad. Look at this. We have sunshine on the map. Mostly sunny skies on Tuesday, a high of 58 degrees, a low of 30. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, partly cloudy skies, but look at those temperatures, 57 on Wednesday and Thursday, and by Friday we could see temperatures of 58 degrees, still kind of chilly in the evening hours, Larry, but I like that sun. I love to put sun on those maps.
I bet you like drawing them up there, don't you?
I do.
I was surprised at how it wasn't warm today, but it wasn't cold. When I stepped outside, you know, I just assumed it would be cold with the rain and the gray sky.
Well, we also had a warm front that came over our area, and so it warmed the temperatures up somewhat. And actually, we're in the 60s for highs today, and rain-wise, we got well over 2 inches in many areas today.
I'm not complaining. Did I sound like I was?
No, you're not.
Okay, I wasn't. Thanks a lot, Judy. Coming up in sports, there's a new #1 in college football. Tyler Souters has the story. And the Panthers prove why they own the NFL's #1 defense. Sports is next.
Built to win, priced to move. The best deal of the year is coming down the home stretch fast. It's the new 97 Ford Thunderbird, only $239 a month. The only V8 power in its class. A rear spoiler at no extra charge. A 5-star safety rating. And special package savings of $1,880. Specially priced for a limited time at only $239 a month. Built to win, now priced to move. See your Carolina Ford dealer today for the best deal of the year on a new 97 Ford Thunderbird.
Next, Inside Edition. She broke up with him and thought that was the end, but it wasn't. And she says jealousy turned to violence.
He was on my cell phone. He told me he was going to kill me. I woke up to a really loud noise, which I found out later was the hammer hitting my face.
He claims it didn't happen, but she tells a terrifying story of stalking. And what do these young beauties have in common? They're all some of the hottest TV stars on the rise. Watch Inside Edition. Monday at 7:30 on Carolina's News Channel, WYFF4.
I think a Walmart MasterCard sounds fantastic.
Walmart has a credit card? Absolutely. We've done the Walmart card the Walmart way.
It's just a credit card with low interest. It's simple. A fixed low interest rate is perfect.
It's the Walmart card, but you can use it wherever they take MasterCard.
You can't always pay it off at the end of the month, so of course, low interest rate helps enormously.
We've always tried to save people money, and this is just one more way to do it.
Call 1-800-858-3100 for your no annual fee Walmart MasterCard from Chase.
I'm so surprised that we didn't offer this card years ago. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
I am Wall Street. Every day, people come to me with one thing on their minds, getting more for less. Will they find it in stocks, or bonds, or precious metals?
The all-new ES300.
So the smart money's in metal.
More of Lexus, less of the price. At Lexus of Greenville.
Sports is sponsored in part by Healthy Way.
You cannot play defense any better than what Carolina did today.
The weather certainly helps. Slow, wet turf. No one can go anywhere. Home field counts big. Even on the football field, ensuring that the buck stops here requires some fiscal responsibility. The Panthers obviously spending their money wisely, buying and drafting the league's best defense, enough to end the Bucs' 3-game win streak. Well, defense is getting it done for Tampa Bay. They've won 3 straight. The Panthers won 3 straight with defense, and Trent Dilfer duck. Too late. Toy Cook on the blitz knocks them loose. John King, right place, right time, 10-0. Panthers on top. 5 quarterback sacks for Carolina. When Trent Dilfer isn't sacked, he feels the pressure.
Carolina.